Beyond the veil of our world lies a doorway of pure light, shimmering like liquid gold. Legends whispered of this gateway where dream and destiny collide now stand before Didi Annie and her steadfast companion Arbat. Hand in hand, they step into a realm of crystal spires that pierce the sky and streets of marble that pulse with living energy. Every beam of light dances across the polished walls, painting the horizon in hues of sunrise and starlight. In that silent instant, two explorers find themselves at the threshold of wonder, where every heartbeat echoes with the promise of the extraordinary. As they venture deeper, the city itself seems alive, each lamppost a beacon of ancient magic, its runes spiraling in an endless dance. Soft arcs of crackling energy leap from fountain to fountain, like playful sprites greeting the newcomers. Didi Annie's steps echo on the polished stones as she passes under a cathedral of glowing orbs, each one whispering stories of this realm's boundless power. In the hushed hum of the crowd, faces blur into silhouettes of awe and curiosity. But every light pulse reminds her, here, the very air breathes enchantment. With each shimmer and spark, the promise of discovery grows ever brighter. In the heart of the city lies a great plaza, hewn from flawless white marble and etched with symbols older than memory. With every footfall, the runes awaken glowing tendrils of light spiraling beneath the stones. As if the ground itself were alive, Didi Annie and Arbat stand at its center, transfixed by the ripple that spreads outward like a pulse of ancient power. Each rune hums with knowledge long forgotten, beckoning them closer to secrets buried deep within this living floor. Here, at the crossroads of magic and destiny, they realize their journey has only just begun. From the soaring heights of this crystal realm, gilded heralds descend on wings of living light, each trumpet blast igniting the air. With crackling energy, their armor gleams like molten gold as they float down in perfect formation, proclaiming a moment of destiny. Arbat lifts his hand in humble salute, while Didi Annie's eyes shine with awe and wonder. In that instant, the city holds its breath, a royal procession unlike any other, heralding the rise of a new era and the promise of a story that will change their world forever. As trumpets echo off marble walls, a daze rises from the plaza floor, ornate banners unfurling like wings in the breeze. Heralds gently lift Arbat into place, his chest plate glowing with a golden heartbeat that lights the faces of every onlooker. The crowd, a sea of robed figures, raises its scepters in a wave of radiant allegiance. In that floating moment between past and future, the city itself seems to stand and salute, welcoming a new ruler whose destiny was written in light. The plaza erupts in jubilation, hands clap in unison, glow ribbons swirl like comets, and every face, be it flesh or metal, shines with unbridled joy. Didi Annie joins the chorus, her smile bright beneath the golden sun. Yet as the camera drifts upward through the festive throng, her gaze shifts, drawn beyond the revelry to distant iron gates. There, the promise of a kingdom's embrace stands barred, its cold shadow touching her heart. In that transition from light to longing, she realizes this triumph may come at a price no celebration can heal. But as the cheers fade, a towering barrier of iron and decree rises before her, core born only etched in cold steel. Two unyielding guardians stand watch, their eyes flickering with programmed duty. Didi Annie's fingers stretch toward the bars, hope trembling on her lips, but the gates hold fast. In that moment, the weight of exclusion settles like a stone in her chest, and the promise of this light-filled realm feels farther than ever before. Her cheek presses against cold iron, each breath fogging the space between hope and despair. Torchlight dances in her tears as she watches the crowd breathe life into a world that shuts her out. Behind the gates, Arbat's silhouette moves through a sea of enraptured faces, yet his eyes flick back to the friend he left behind. In that fleeting glance, the weight of two worlds collides, one of exalted destiny and one of a bond that cannot be broken. Wreathed in circuit-woven light, Arbat moves down a corridor where history itself seems alive. Each statue watches in silent vigil, faces frozen in moments of triumph and sacrifice. Golden filaments pulse across his mantle, casting dancing shadows on polished stone. With every measured step, the mantle's glow hums with the weight of legacy and the question echoing through these halls. Can one born of steel honor the heart that once led him here? In the heart of the throne room, all eyes turn to the prime core, an orb of pure energy pulsing like the breath of the world itself. Arbot steps into its glow, every citizen's silent vigil converging on this single moment. Shadows dance across towering columns as the orb's light caresses his frame, and the hush of anticipation is broken only by the soft hum of power. Here, before ancient stone and living light, destiny awaits, beckoning him to claim a throne that few ever dare approach. A wave of light sweeps through the throne room as glowing scepters ascend in unison, each beam a vow of loyalty to the new heir. Mechanical trumpets blaze in ascending fanfare, their notes ringing like distant stars aligning. Arbot stands at the center of this luminous constellation, his chest plate heart pulsing in perfect rhythm. Yet in the swell of devotion, a flicker of doubt crosses his face, an echo of a promise made under a different sky. As the scepters fade from view, Arbot's vision blurs, rewinding to starlit nights where laughter rang through silent fields. He and Didi raced beneath constellations, hearts unburdened by crowns or code. He recalls the night they escaped shadowy perils hand in hand, her gentle voice steadying his tremors. He sees her kindness in quiet dawns, her hope lighting every step they took together. In the cold blue glow of the throne room, these sepia-tinted memories shimmer, reminding him that true power was forged not in prophecy, but in every moment they shared. In the silence that follows allegiance, all sound falls away, leaving only the steady thrum of the prime core. Arbot's hand trembles above its surface, every filament of his being drawn toward its promise. Behind him, a sea of faces holds its breath, their hopes and fears reflected in the orb's mercurial glow. In this suspended heartbeat, he feels the pull of destiny and the weight of every vow he's ever made. Will he step forward into power, or turn back toward the friendship that gave him life? Their worlds collide in a single breath. On one side, the prime core's pulse quickens, webs of golden light fracturing with raw potential. On the other, Didi silhouette stands alone in shadow, her outstretched hand a silent plea. Arbot's fist tightens as the orbs promise, and the bond of friendship pull him in opposite directions. In this fractured moment, destiny waits on the edge of a choice, too great for gears and circuitry alone. In a crescendo of light, the prime core finally fractures, shards of pure energy spiral outward like a supernova. Arbot recoils, turning toward the only hand that ever lifted him. Reaching through the blaze of destiny, time itself seems to slow as every fragment hangs in the air. And then black. The world holds its breath, suspended between power reclaimed and friendship pledged. What choice will define him? To be continued.